a 10. So Tamara, she feels the energy being drained from her, and she's getting flashbacks to the sodden that nearly drowned her, and she's not going down like that again. She shoves with all her might, throws these crawling rats off of her, and just charges at this thing and strikes it hard. We're going to deal 3 harm to this thing. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3. And we still have the initiative. And I think we get a momentum for that as well, right? Because we turned the tide? Yes, we get a 1 momentum on the hit. Nice. So we're back up to 6 momentum. We have the initiative. Tamara is going to press on against this thing, stepping in, taking another strike. Let's keep the Sunderer going. Let's strike iron. Come on. Oh, not again. It never rains but pours. Okay, so Tamara steps in to strike against this thing, but this thing is faster than her in this case, and okay, we're gonna roll to pay the price after we mark yet another progress. I think I'll get this progress bar filled up again quicker than I thought I would. Pay the price. Oracle. Friend Alec is put in harm's way. Well, I'm alone, so it is me. So I think as Tamara is stepping in, this thing is going to let out another wail at Tamara. And let's see here. I believe she may have to endure stress in this case. Yeah, so we're going to take spirit damage from this one, and it's going to be 3 because it's a formidable foe. So as this thing wails at her to stop her advance, she's going to have to roll to endure stress. So let us roll to endure stress, and we will roll with heart, because heart is currently higher. Let's go. It's a miss. Okay, that's another momentum down. That's okay, we still got plenty of momentum. And we're not at 0 yet. Okay, another failure. So there we go. Okay, so it has initiative now. So it is going to... So as Tamara kind of stops in her tracks to try and shake off the effects of this wail, she kind of steps back. She's shaking a little bit again. And it lunges forward to strike once more. So we're going to clash. And Tamara will get a +1 on this. For a shield. Strong hit. Nice. Okay, and I believe we get a momentum for that as well because of the shield bearer. Yes, +1 momentum on a strong hit. Fantastic. So let's buff that up, and we shall inflict our harm, and I think we get a +1 harm on that. Yeah? Yes. We will find an opening and inflict 1 harm, and we take the initiative back. So this thing thought it could frazzle us, but not this time. Okay, this I could roll to try and conclude the fight, but that didn't go over so well with the rats. So I think it'll just be that for now. But now we can strike. Now we can strike once again. And let's drop that little bit of momentum again so we can sunder. Come on now, strike. Weak hit. Okay, I'll take it. So arc, and it doesn't have to be a strong hit for the sunder, does it? Nope, it's still Still an extra harm. Okay, so this thing is looking really rough. Tamara sort of presses in. She's hacking at it with her axe. She's sundering this thing open. And as she does, she's like leaving massive slashes and tears across this thing's body, and she can see like dark energy just sort of seeping out of this thing like liquid shadows. And it's sort of like struggling to hold itself together, but it launches back for a counterattack, and we are going to clash with it once again. So let us roll with our iron. +1 for our shield. Here we go. Oh, it's a miss. This thing, it gets around Tamara's defense and slashes at her. So we're down to 0 health. Gonna start taking momentum damage again. Oh dear. And now we gotta roll to endure harm. Let us endure the harm. Here we go. Roll. Rolling with iron. Weak hit. Press on. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's all good. Okay. So let us... Whew. Okay. Maybe we can try and secure an advantage before attacking this thing again. See if we can get a little extra +1, or maybe get some momentum back. So Tamara kind of, as this thing slashes at her, she sort of tries to batter its claws away with her shield and get into a more defensive position. Let's try and let's roll with iron to endure and get into a more defensive position. Let's see here. Come on. No, it's a miss. Not good, not good, not good. Gotta pay the price. Oracle. You are separated from something or someone. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think as she tries to get away, this thing kind of grabs the head of her axe, right? It grabs the head of her axe and wrenches it out of her hands. So as she's trying to get away, this thing wrenches the axe out of her hands, throws it aside, and charges at her. So let's clash again. Oh boy, this is bad. This is very bad. Come on now. Clash. We still got our shield. Come on now. Strong hit. Yes, this is it. So, Tamara, she has the axe wrenched from her hand. This thing charges at her. Tamara, like, holds her shield in front of her and slams it forward into this thing's face. So we're gonna take some momentum from that. We're gonna take 2 momentum from that. 1 for the strong hit and 1 for the shield bearer ability. And we're gonna inflict our harm. So now we will conclude the fight. Of course, it's with a weak hit. Oh boy. Damn it, challenge dice. You got a 1 on the challenge die and a 10. Oh my lord. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But we have ended the fight. I would say, I think we will suffer collateral damage. Something of value is lost or broken, or someone important must pay the cost. I think we lost the runestone. Like, when this thing attacked, Tamara dropped the runestone and maybe the rats carried it away. So she's sort of lost the runestone that she found. So let's say we lose a point of progress on our progress track on the site because of it. So, like, this thing charges forward, Tamara braces her shield and slams it into its face, and its face just, like, breaks apart. The head completely shatters, and the shadows, like, explode everywhere. Tamara's standing there, like, trying to catch her breath, gasping, reaches down, picks up her axe, and looks around and realizes that the runestone she found is gone. Wow. Okay. Whoo, boy. But we did it. We beat that husk. That was crazy. That was intense. Okay, wow. So now Tamara has to press on into this delve. Because if she took out that thing, there's probably something more around here. So she can't stick around. She has to keep moving, find the runestones, get the hell out of there. So let's delve the depths once more. Wow. Okay, keep moving, Tamara. Keep your wits about you. And it's a miss. It is a miss. And we don't have enough momentum to cancel that? We don't. No. Okay, we're going to have to reveal a danger. Here we go. Check the theme card. Let's go to the site, the theme, and it's a 10. Mystic runes or markings. Okay, so Tamara finds... Oh wait, I read that wrong. Sorry, I read that wrong. Sorry, I read the feature instead of the danger. Denizen controls dark magic. Oh, okay. Right. Well, let's roll on the Denizen table then and see what we're dealing with. I don't feel confident now. Go away. I keep clicking on that. Oh boy, here we go. Roll it. 22. Okay. So it's a common foe. But it says it's a deep rat. And deep rats don't really control magic. But okay, I'll make an executive decision here, and I'll say that the denizen, it's in the common range, and the one that could possibly control it is a zealot. So as she's kind of like digging around, she hears this voice and call from behind her, "You slew the sacred one! You slew the hollow! How dare you profane this place!" And she turns around and she sees this kind of wild-eyed Ironlander dressed in these very worn robes that's sort of harken back to the ancient times, like what they think people might have dressed like back then. So it's sort of like a cobbled together ritual robe. And he says, "How dare you profane this place? You shall pay for this!" And he's going to kind of summon what it looks like he's going to sort of control this dark energy. And we're going to have to face danger on this. Let us have a face danger roll. And I think it will be with iron. It's like whatever he throws at us, we're going to try and endure it. So I think we'll get a +1. Let's double check. Yep, Tamara's bringing her shield up. It's gonna have a +1. So we're gonna face danger. We're gonna roll with iron, and we get a +1. Bullet, strong hit, nice. So whatever kind of dark energy this guy throws at Tamara, she brings up her shield and it impacts hard with the shield, and she just marches forward, pressing against this thing. So we're going to get a +1 momentum on that. And I think Tamara is going to try and scare this guy off. She's pretty badly wounded. She doesn't really want to fight at the moment. So as she kind of like shrugs this off, she raises her axe in the air and she's like, "No, you be gone! You saw what I did to that thing. You really think you can stand up to me?" And she's going to attempt to compel him and intimidate him into getting out of there. So we're going to intimidate. We're going to compel with iron and see what happens. Weak hit. Okay, so they do what we want, but they ask something in return. I don't. What would this guy ask for in return? So we get a +1 momentum because it is as above, so we do get a momentum on it. But they ask something in return. Let us see. Let's see what he wants. Let's roll on the oracles here, and why don't we roll a goal for this guy? Let's see what he wants. To defend a place. Okay, well, obviously he's defending this place. So let me think about this. Let's roll on the action and theme oracles as well. Let's see what he says. Hunt fame. Hunt fame. Okay. Maybe he's like, maybe he, I don't think he wants to be famous, or maybe he does. Maybe he wants to be feared as a zealot of the ancients, and he wants recognition, and he wants Tamara to recognize the power around here. I mean, this guy's crazy. He's a zealot. He's drunk on his own power, on his own belief. So maybe he says, "Very well." He's not feeling quite as confident as he was before. He says, "You have not yet begun to see my power, and only if you acknowledge that I have the great power here, then I shall let you be. For I do not fear you, giant one. You should bow before me." So maybe he'll leave us alone if we play to his ego. So let's see if we I think Tamara will try to humor him, but she's a very bad liar. So let's compel once again, and we're gonna do it with Shadow because we're technically lying. Tamara doesn't want to. She wants to pacify him, which would be a heart roll, but she doesn't really think of him as great and powerful. So this is going to be more of a Shadow. I think we might get into a fight if this doesn't work, but this is more in Tamara's character. She can't really lie very well. So let's compel with Shadow and see what happens. It's a weak hit. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, maybe he feels like she isn't groveling enough. So maybe so we'll get another momentum on that. And she says, "Yes, you truly are powerful. If you could control a beast such as that husk, then surely you are powerful indeed." And he's like, "You call that groveling? You have not yet begun to offer me the true appreciation for my power. You should cower in fear before me." I think Tamara is probably getting a little sick of this. So, geez, what can she do? Maybe, wow. This took a strange twist, didn't it? Let's try and face danger. We'll face danger instead of compel this time. because he will do what we want. It is already established that he will do what we want, but we just have to make it convincing now. So let's try and face danger, and again we will roll with shadow because we're attempting to trick him. And if this doesn't work, we'll probably get into a fight. So let's see. Come on now. Okay, I think this is where we are going to burn the momentum, because geez, we have to get out of this. We have to deal with this. So I will burn my momentum for this. Let's go to the momentum at the bottom here. We shall burn it for the strong hit, and we'll get 1 momentum back because of it. And Tamara will sort of awkwardly prostrate herself before this zealot and say, "Might I know the name of the great and powerful before me?" So let's roll up a name for him. Wow, this really didn't go where I thought it was going to, but that's fine. So Kai. That's an interesting name. Kai. So Kai will say, "You stand before the mighty Kai, zealot of the old ones, master of the pass of runes." The man is insane. So Tamara will say, "Oh, great Kai, truly your power is beyond reckoning. I can only offer my sincerest apologies and ask that you let me pass in peace, so that I may leave this place without any further trespass against you or yours." And Kai says, "Very well, you may go, but know that should we cross paths again, I shall not be so merciful." Tamara will sort of like roll her eyes behind her shield and continue down the pass to try and look for more runestones, as Kai is sort of still aggrandizing himself in the background. Oh, wow. Okay, let's try and delve a little deeper and see if we can find these runestones. Come on now. Delve the depths. Give me something good with my wits. Roll for it. Weak hit. I'll take it. D100 for the weak hit. 65. Mark progress or find an opportunity. We will mark progress. We will mark progress on this. Let us get the progress up there. And let's learn about the area. What are we looking at? 47 on the features. Snowfield or glacial rocks. So this is there seems to be like a very unnatural cold spot down here as she's getting closer to the water. So it's probably a side effect of the corruption that sort of suffused this area with cold. And I think we are going to conclude our progress here and see. Strong hit. Yes. Fantastic. So let's go back to our moves here. And so we locate our objective to conclude the progress. So we locate the objective and the situation favors. Let us say, okay, as Tamara gets to these glacial rocks, she can see the way that they're glowing sort of with an unnatural light. And she looks closely and she can see that the runestones have been frozen inside these hunks of ice. So we'll get a +1 on our next move for doing this. So she is going to face danger to try and break the ice with iron. And we'll get a +1 on it to get these runestones out. Strong hit. Nice. Fantastic. So we'll get a +1 momentum. So Tamara hefts up these large chunks of ice, lifts them over her head and smashes them down against each other. The ice cracks and these runestones tumble out. And Tamara starts scooping them up into her pack. And yeah, she has now found the runestones that she needs. But she's got to get out of here. We've still got to get out of here. So let us escape the depths to withdraw from the site, and we'll retrace our steps out of here. So let's roll with wits. Actually, no, this will be more a heart roll, I think. She's got to steel herself against the horrors of this place. This place has really gotten to her. So she is going to roll with heart to get out of here. Here we go. Weak hit. Let's see. Shaken, delayed. Let me find something important. I think a denizen plots their revenge. I think Kai, maybe while he, I think in his zealotry, he's kind of still going to be kind of cantankerous, and he's going to hold a grudge for Tamara against killing the husk. So let's add that to our NPC list. So let's call up people and settlements here. Edit. Here we go. Hi. Zealots of the Ancients. Lives in the Pass of Runes. What's Tamara's demise? As retribution for the slaying the husk. Okay, we shall save that there. I'm going to fill in. I'm going to fill in the transcript of the session afterwards, because typing for too long while I'm recording like messes with the sound. So I'll type that all up later. But yeah, we have escaped the depths of the Pass of Runes, and Tamara has acquired the runestones necessary. So now she's just got to get them back to Jihan, and then she will be able to hopefully help us find a way to contain the meteor. So let's, I think after getting out of there, Tamara is going to take a moment to heal herself. Heal. She's going to just take a moment. Mending our own runes, wits or iron, whichever is lower. Well, wits and iron are the same at the moment, so let's roll with iron for the heck of it. Why not? Let's see. Weak hits. We'll drop. What do you see here? We'll drop a momentum. Just kind of got to slow down to recover from the draining power of that husk. But we will get 2 health back, so that's fine. And now we shall set off on our journey southward once again. So as Tamara emerges from the pass back towards the swamp, she's going to call up to the sky. She says, "Hey, bird! I'm done with I found the rune stones. Show me the way back to your mistress, shall you? And you see Chandra kind of circling in the air, kind of gives a bit of a wobble of her wings, and starts leading the way south. So let us get a new journey. Return to Jian. And once again, this will be troublesome. It's a short trip. So let us undertake the journey. Here we go. Weak hit. I'll take it. So let's drop one supply and mark progress. Good. And we will reach a waypoint. Oracle, what's up with this waypoint? We're probably still in the swamp. We'll try and tie it into the swamp if we can. A cairn or a grave. Okay, so as Tamara is like making her way through the swamp once again, going by a slightly different route, trying to avoid the wetter parts that aren't so treacherous, and she finds a cairn, a memorial cairn. Oracle, anything interesting about this cairn? No. Okay. So while Tamara's a little bit hesitant because she's had some trouble with the undead, the cairn seems unassuming, nothing special about it. So let's make camp. Let's make camp here. Maybe get a bit of spirit and a bit of health back. So let's roll to make camp. Roll with supply. No modifier. Ooh, maybe this cairn wasn't so safe after all. Let's roll to see what happens when we pay the price. Oh dear. Roll Oracle. It causes a delay or puts you at a disadvantage. Okay. Okay, like I said, when I do that, I erase some progress on the journey. I think Tamara, she's tired. I mean, she's still got some momentum, she's still got some health, but man, that was a harrowing experience with that husk, and she just kind of like sits back and leans against the cairn and tries to just regain herself, but she waits too long and she loses time on her progress. That's okay. So let's undertake the journey again. She gets a few hours rest. Doesn't really do much for her. She's still wet and the rocks are kind of uncomfortable against her back. But let's roll with wits. Weak hit. Okay. We'll lose some supply, but we make some progress. Mark it there. Reached a new waypoint. Oracle, what's at this waypoint? Location. A hill. What is there about this hill? Give me a descriptor of the hill. Why not? A dead hill. Okay, so as Tamara sort of like makes her way through the swamp and sort of back into the marshlands, she comes up on top of a hill. There's a dead tree on top of it. Doesn't look like there's much going on out here, but you never know. Let's find out. Oracle, anything interesting about this dead hill? 50-50. Yes, okay. So let's give an action and a theme. Escort risk. Escort risk. All right. Escort risk. Okay, so I think with that dead descriptor, as Tamara crests on top of the hill, she sees a dead body. There is a dead body here on this hill. They look to be about, I don't know, probably several weeks Most of the corpse is picked clean, and they're like the clothing is starting to rot away, but they have a satchel on them. And as Tamara, she inspects the pack to see what she can find, and she finds a note in this thing. It's sort of partly destroyed by water. This guy had been trudging through the marshlands, and most of his stuff is water damaged. But she sees a name and a plate and the name of a town. So let's get a name. Let's get a name. Beltran. Okay, Beltran, and let's roll for a settlement name as well. Let's get another quick settlement name. Lost Hill. Oh, how ironic. So Tamara, she can't read most of it, but she does make out the words escort Beltran to Lost Hill, risk the swamp, and then like the rest is sort of destroyed by water. So Tamara isn't quite sure what that means. Like, was this person looking to escort someone to this Beltran person to Lost Hill, or were they escorting them and they got separated, or maybe they did get Beltran to Lost Hill and they were headed back from Lost Hill? We don't know. But it might be worth investigating. We don't know where Lost Hill is, but maybe Jihan knows. So Tamara will hang on to that note, and she'll take that along, and maybe we'll get a vow out of that. I don't know, but we'll hang on to it. It could be worth a plot point later. But yeah, while Tamara's here, I think she's going to try and resupply. We're going to try and get some more supplies because we're running a bit low. So let's scavenge, see what we can get. Weak hit. Okay, that's fine. Progress. We'll just do the one. We'll lose 1 momentum and gain 1 supply. Okay, and now we are going to press on. We are going to press on. So let us undertake the journey once again. Let's go. Weak hit. I'll take it. So we'll drop that supply that we got, and we will mark progress. And I think we can conclude the journey. I think we may have gotten back to Jihan. Let's see. Strong hit. Nice. Okay, so with that, Tamara comes trudging out of the marshlands into the thicket and makes her way back towards the hut. We'll get a +1 on our next move. I think maybe we'll get to Sojourn a little. Maybe Sojourn is more of a community thing. I think she's going to resupply here with a +1. Maybe Jihan's got some food ready for her. So let's resupply with a +1. Strong hit. Lovely. So let's pop that up there. So as Tamara returns to the thicket around Jihan's hut, she can smell a cooking fire. And as she enters the hut, Jihan's kind of like been cooking a stew over like probably a vegetarian stew. I don't know. She could eat meat. I don't know. But she's cooking it over a small fire pit in the center of the hut. And she looks up as Tamara enters and says, "I was expecting you back soon. Chandra let me know that you were on your way." Tamara says, "Yes, she was of some help. The journey would have been very difficult without her." And Jihan says, "Well, that's why she is one of my best scouts. Please, sit." And Tamara will sit down. And Jihan will ask, "Did you find the runestones?" And Tamara will pull them out of her pack and show them to Jihan. And Jihan's eyes sort of light up a little bit and she says, "Excellent. With these, we will be able to contain the meteor. It will not be so simple though. And she sort of goes over to the back of the hut and she brings out like a woven basket and places it before Tamara. And it's a decent sized basket. This thing is you need sort of like both hands to hold it underneath. And she places it before Tamara and says, "When you find the fallen skystone, you will place it within this basket. I will line it with the runestones and perform a ritual that will enchant the basket to carry the meteor safely without its corruption affecting you or those around you. But the runestones alone are not enough to contain the power of the stone. The ritual will require a catalyst." And she points to Tamara. "Hold out your hand." And as Tamara sort of reaches out, as Jihan is like arranging the rune stones within the basket, and she takes out like a wooden knife and places the blade against Tamara's hand. "The Ironlanders are named so, for they say they have iron in their souls. With the power of your soul, you will be able to bind this meteor. Do you accept, Tamara of the Iron Wardens?" And Tamara will nod and say, "Do what you must." And we're going to take a hit to our health, and we are going to endure harm as Jihan slashes the palm of Tamara's hand and allows blood to flow. I'm going to endure harm with iron, like so, and it's a strong hit. I think Tamara shall embrace the pain. And take 1 momentum. Jihan puts her hand, well, she has to take both hands to fit around Tamara's large fist and kind of squeezes, and the blood drips down towards the basket, and Jihan sort of maneuvers Tamara's hand so that the blood drips down onto the runestones. And all the while she's doing this, she's speaking in this language that Tamara doesn't recognize, the language of the Ancient Ones. And the runestones glow brighter and brighter until the whole basket is aglow. And with one final word, the runestones flash one more time and then dim. And Jihan says, "It is done. Now with this, you will be able to contain the plague. Rest a while, regain yourself, and set out as soon as you can, for we cannot tarry for much longer." So with that, I think we can mark some progress on the quest here, because we now have the means to contain the meteor, and we have completed the quest, that the task that was set before us by Jihan. And I think we can also check to see how the threat is progressing, because that took a while. That took us a few days to do that. So let us go to our moves, go to the threat moves, and we will advance the threat, see how it goes. Okay, so we can't really, we're not really in a position to prevent the development, so we will mark menace for this, but at least we're only marking it once. We're not marking it twice, which is good. So we will mark another menace there, but we're staying ahead of the threat, so that's good. So looking at our quest outline here, we have learned the location of the meteor in an abstract sense. We found someone to stop the plague. We have assisted her in finding the means to contain the threat. Plus the first point of progress we did for learning what the threat was. So we are well on our way to finishing this quest, because now the next step will be getting to the meteor itself. overcome whatever is in the way. That'll probably be another delve. We don't know where the meteor has landed. And then we will return the meteor in the basket to Jihan, and maybe she will be able to tell us what to do next. So I think while we're here, Tamara is going to make camp while she is with Jihan. Let's get this out the way now. So I think what did we do? Yeah, we already resupplied. So now we will, with the +1. So now we will make camp. There we go. Make camp. Although this is more for being in the wild. Does Jihan count as a community? I don't know. I think this is more what we got to do. So we'll roll with supply. It's a weak hit. Okay, so we get to choose one, and I think we are going to get some health back. We will partake. So we will drop a supply. We'll get 1 health, recuperate a little bit, and hopefully soon we'll be able to heal up properly. But for now, I think we're good. Let's just do one more thing. So as Jihan and Tamara are partaking in the food, Tamara will ask, "You say your birds have seen where the Skystone fell. Do you have any idea what I'm in for once I start pursuing it?" So I think now we are going to roll on. We're going to roll up another site to find out what kind of delve we will have to go through to get to where this meteor is. So let's go to our oracles, and we shall roll up a site. Delve oracles, excuse me. So let's roll the theme. A ravaged mine. So this meteor came down so hard through and impacted so hard into the ground. It caused it smashed through into this mine shaft that was already there, and it ravaged it. It like blew it apart completely, and that's what that's where the environmental calamity came from. That's where these minor earthquakes are coming from, because it ravaged this mine. Okay, and let's get a name. Let's see. How are we naming this place? The place of detail. So it is the mine of something. The mine of spring. Okay, so that's a rather ironic name, isn't it? Maybe this was like an abundant area that grew around this mine, but now that the meteor has impacted, it is just completely ravaged. I like that. That's got like a bit of irony to it. So Jihan says, "There was a mine not far from here, once prosperous, that saw much ore being brought to the surface to be forged into the iron weapons that we value so highly. And so bountiful was this mine that it was called the Mine of Spring. But now that the meteor has landed, it has destroyed whatever abundance there was, and its corruption infects the iron veins beneath the world and corrupts everything that it touches. So ironic to think that something so abundantly named is now such a place of desolation. But we can change that, can't we?" And I think that's where we're going to end it for today. Wow, that was pretty intense. No real experience earned, but we did make progress on the quest. We met a new NPC. We've learned the next step in the quest. It's been an eventful session, and I quite enjoyed that. That was really intense at some points. So I hope you enjoyed it too. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I always love to hear good feedback, and Any kind of constructive criticism I'm open to as well. But yeah, just let me know down below. If you want to support the channel, there's the like button, there's the bell icon, there's the subscribe button. You know what to do with those. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.